Hi everybody. I want to just follow up with something that I started talking about last week. I asked a bunch of you what are some questions that you have on sustainable fashion. I got a ton of questions, and one that came up that I absolutely love is secondhand fashion sustainable? Hands down, yes. I think there's a lot of nuance in sustainable fashion, and usually the answers are maybe, depends how you think about it, and there's reasoning behind it. But is secondhand sustainable? Is secondhand fashion sustainable? Yes, it is sustainable. In my opinion, it is the most sustainable fashion. I think it is the thing that you can do that maybe takes the least amount of brain power. If there's a lot of things to think about, a lot of things to consider in terms of what aspects of sustainable fashion you want to support. If it's organic, if it's recycled, if it's low water, if it's carbon, sequestering carbon, all of the things that sustainable fashion can be. It gets really difficult. It gets very overwhelming. So buying secondhand is a great solution. The things that already exist, we have already extracted the materials. We have already dyed the fabrics, used the water that needs to be used to dye, to wash, to do the whole process. The fashion process is a long and complicated system. So yeah, sustainable fashion, secondhand fashion is sustainable. Another two amazing points. The most amount of impact is number one at extraction, which is the first phase of fashion. That's when you are either extracting the fossil fuels or the organic materials, whatever it is that you're using to create the fibers that become fabric, that become clothing. And then the last point is the landfill, the end of use. When you're done with it, you throw it out. When you're done with it, it doesn't necessarily mean that the garment is no longer useful. For a lot of us, it's not. For a lot of us, the garments, we just don't like it anymore. We don't want to wear it. Maybe it doesn't fit, and that's totally fine, no shame. But to throw it in the landfill is where the negative impacts come in. So by removing those two, and buying secondhand fashion, by removing number one, the initial extraction, again, because you're buying secondhand, the clothing already exists, and by eliminating the items ending up in landfill because you're buying it again, or you're selling it to someone, or you're donating it to a place that will sell it secondhand, you're eliminating that landfill as well. So yes, secondhand fashion is super sustainable. Go find a local thrift shop, tag me or ask me if you are in a specific location and want some ideas of where you can go, or just Google a local clothing swap. They're everywhere now, and clothing swaps are a lot of fun. Or plan one with your friends. If you have friends that have similar sense of style, similar sizing, yeah, get together, have some wine, bring some clothes, and swap. Have fun.